Hello everyone, this is Chase the USA channel. My name is Kirill and here we talk about watches. Today we have two G-Shocks at once and in an interesting combination of steel case and textile strap, the Octagon series GM-2100 has already become quite popular and Casio keeps delighting us with new pieces which you can always purchase at the chasetheclub.com store at very attractive prices. We're looking at two seemingly identical models, but with different colors. Because of this, they create completely opposite impressions. If on the left, we have a fully black version, like this one, charismatic, hiding something within itself, then on the right, the light plus sandy tones give a reference to nature. I think, of course, the case shines, sparkles, it's polished, with incredible satin finishing where needed, that is on the sides, on top of the octagonal bezel, meaning those places where you might bump against tables, different corners, or where we might actually place the watch, extra micro scratches won't accumulate. Interesting attachment with a strap of sandy shade. There's a quick change pin system here, so if you have bracelets or straps of the same width, you can quickly change them. It's 24 millimeters here, and classically a flat mineral crystal. Let me remind you that the GM-2100 series is characterized by having steel on the outside and it's a solid piece, but the case itself isn't fully metal, meaning there's polymer material inside. This is done for, let's say, several purposes. So first, weight reduction. Not everyone wants to wear fully metal heavy watches. Second, it's cost reduction, meaning this option is of course a bit cheaper, actually not just a bit, but significantly cheaper than fully metal versions. And the reliability remains the same here, shock resistance, water resistance. But the black case additionally has, as you understand, black ion coating while still preserving both glossy and matte parts. But this version also has a black dial like the strap. Here the overall color scheme is, of course, attractive, especially due to the red elements, the G-Shock inscription, indices, the tip of the day of the week indicator. Although the diamond-shaped display is also black, which many don't like, thinking that nothing is visible there. Well, here you go. A version with a regular white display where the numbers are black. Right now it shows month, date, and seconds. If desired, we can change it to time and seconds, day of the week. Accordingly, we have it here. We can check the city code, in this case, Tokyo. Well, let's quickly go through the functionality. Here, as usual, world time. Stopwatch up to 24 hours with 1/100-second precision. Timer, 1 second precision, and with the ability to measure up to 24 hours. And by the way, you can set the timer by seconds, which is also important for many. For example, we can set it to 56 seconds, let's say, and alarms, 5 of them plus hourly signal. Standard sound. Well, in general, the functionality here is unlikely to surprise anyone. Probably worth telling you about this series. It was announced in February 2023. It's called Utility Metal, that is such practical utilitarian metal. I think it was intended as a variation for both urban and rural environments. Accordingly, 3 colors are today's 2 watches and the third one, which we've already had in a review, such an olive khaki shade of the strap and a version with a green strap. I also happen to have it on hand today. The whole series assembled. I think from this angle, it will be perfectly clear to you which color will be more attractive for you. I still like this green strap and dark dial. However, there's also something special about the sand-colored strap. And the black color scheme is, of course, a timeless classic. In this series, I also like the backlight. It has a smooth activation and smooth fading, which looks great, and which, by the way, excellently highlights each pixel in the dark. well, at least in the version with the white dial. Let's take a look at the black version. Everything is also excellent here, especially in the dark. Poured under the color of our backlight, the display itself becomes such a dark blue shade, which we also often see in similar G-Shock watches, the watch on the wrist. And here, of course, the connection with the strap makes itself known. It visually extends the case, so ideally, I still think it will be perfect on a wrist with a circumference of about 17 centimeters or more. Well, as for the case itself, the dimensions remain unchanged. Height 49.3 millimeters, width 44.4 millimeters, thickness 11.8 millimeters. A variant, as we can see. It's perfectly complemented by this textile strap. You can fold it in different ways here. Various options are available. And in any case, I like the strap tactilely because it feels high quality, it's lightweight, it's durable, which is probably the most important thing. It fits wrists from about 14 to 22 centimeters. And the total weight, of course, is small, 72 grams. And the black model is quite stylish. Actually, until this moment, I was rather cold towards it, but as soon as I put it on my wrist, I realized that especially with a black t-shirt in summer, it would be a perfect combination. In general, these universal GM-2100 models will be suitable for the summer period, meaning you can wear them both in urban areas. And in the countryside, trips, leisure, vacation, they will withstand everything perfectly. Well, many people like the textile strap because the hand doesn't sweat as much under it as, for example, under a leather strap or a polymer material strap. Plus, it doesn't heat up like a steel bracelet. So here is such an optimal solution. Lightweight, reliable, and durable, of course. It's worth noting, by the way, that G-Shock generally doesn't often delight us with options on textile nylon straps because it mainly uses polymer material with steel in second place, and we rarely see textile. And that's what makes these variants valuable. It's a kind of deviation, and in this case, it turned out excellent. I think the models are good. Yes, probably for me they might look a bit too large on the wrist because of these protruding, let's say, lugs connecting with the strap. But if you have a larger wrist, then I think these will be excellent options. Again, for the warm season, well, in principle, even in winter probably, why not? You can also combine them with a sweater. In terms of functionality, this is perhaps the most simple G-Shock with the classic 4 features: world time, stopwatch, timer, alarm, without any additional features that many people don't use. So because of this, again, the price doesn't increase. And in general, as always, we offer you very affordable prices on the market. All 3 watches are available in our store, chasetheclub.com. Well, the version with the sand-colored strap has just recently appeared, so if you happen to like them, be sure to consider them as a model for summer for your active pastime. At the end, I would like to know your opinion. Which of the models did you like more? Be sure to write about it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. That's all for now. Goodbye.